Okay.
Okay. All right, let's
I
go
think
back.
Rich is better at it.
Bring it on down, Hamilton.
That's recent.
So he didn't say time.
Oh, that's Omelettville.
Bring it, but he did a few of them.
All right, I got one for you.
All right, go. I think I've seen every SNL.
The one you know what I almost just said? I almost said like the line of the sketch to give it away. So I apologize. Every Tuesday night was Smelt Night.
Oh, that's Billy Crystal.
Yes! Wow! You know, you're Steve,
He is
bro.
better. He's good. He's good.
He's the man. Billy Crystal is the man. What a great cast that was, too.
But I don't know if you know the history. The show was about to be canceled because it was like Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr., Joan Cusack. It was a mess.
I forgot Joan Cusack was on that show.
Charles Rocket dropped an F-bomb during the credits once.
Yeah, there was a big article about him losing his career because of that, right?
Yeah,
he's gone.
I mean, I think he probably helped it along himself, killing. I don't think your career could be killed. There's enough ways to make a living.
What they said, there was in one of the SNL books, they talk about when
you are a steam room guy. I like how the mic bounces off your lips when you talk.
Who's the best news, do you think? I kind of like Dennis Miller.
Miller, check, I've been seeing choreography that stiff since the Lee Harvey Oswald prison transfer.
There you go, little late.
I was like, what is he doing? I'm like, if he has that queued up, we're soulmates.
Right.
Don't you think Dick in a Box is pretty genius?
I don't know if you could say that on radio, but sure.
No, not the song. I mean, just, for fun.
That's a guess.
A severed one.
Yeah. A severed one.
If it's someone else's and it's severed, and it's brought to me
ended like
that. I'm Cortez the Killer on your shores, and you're giving me an offering to not wipe out your people. And it's a dick in a box. Like, Cortez, please, we are a humble Peruvian people. We have brought you dick in box. And I go, wow, this is a nice golden brown dick in a box.
What a great gift.
Yeah.
It's weird to see be all funny and stuff, and then you think about your guest appearances on the show.
For the man who has
I didn't kill her.
Yeah.
You're all serious. In fact, you were on there with your wife too, weren't you? Or she had a different episode.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are they? I
was playing along to be nice.
No, I saw CSI or an NCIS or something.
I was on Las Vegas with my wife. That's where we met.
I know, but there was a guest appearance.
The answer's no. I mean, I answered you 3 times.
No, that's not right. I'll Google it.
Don't you think he knows his own career path?
Stand up.
I'm going to bring it up, and he's going to forget. I'm going to bring it up and go, hey, okay, I'm going to bring it up. You'll see.
But why do that to yourself?
Because I know I'm right.
You think
you were on somewhere? Yes. You were on some.
Nikki Cox and Jay Mohr were on CSI Miami together.
No, I'm not saying it was CSI Miami. It was that type of show.
Cold Case
it was
Files.
Called Las Vegas, and it was her show. That's where we met.
I know that's where you met. I'm going much later than that. Later.
But if I tell you no,
okay. What about her? What was she on?
What kind of a person?
Johnjay, it was going so well. You always end up pissing people off.
What's your middle name?
Ann.
No, it isn't.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
With
Come on, don't you think he knows?
With an E or no?
He does this.
E or A-N-N or
He's gotten in fights with rappers.
A-N-N? Yeah.
No, it's not. There's an E on it.
E at the end is for fat girls.
That's mean. That's really mean.
Johnjay's fought with rappers about Danny DeVito being in their video. Like, man, I don't put Danny DeVito in my video, man. No, he was in there.
You did it. You did it.
Which rapper?
I think it was Queen Latifah, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was Queen
Oh, hell,
Latifah. You're
the
right.
Queen, the 45 King.
Don't mess around with the Queen.
Jersey. Also a Jersey girl like me. Wait a minute.
New Jack City.
What? Like you, Jersey girl?
So, how
okay
did you get into this business, Kyle? You've spoken the least.
Oh, well, I'm just laughing along with your
No, I know.
your things.
But I mean, what's your deal? What's your bag?
I've been doing radio for 8 years, started as an intern.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Usually interns are guys with like hoop earrings that'll eat puke out of a garbage can when Steve-O shows up.
Look, these are all of our interns.
That was me.
You got all girl interns.
Yeah, this semester it's all
Kiss,
chicks.
This is a very white room for a Kiss FM station.
Yeah,
Usually
don't you
Kiss FM is like a half, like, you know.
Like it can all bump.
Like, yo, it's always like it's all nice. It's always like what blacks don't realize is the Kiss FM quote unquote black DJ is always like some Japanese guy like, yo, holler at your boy. You're gonna get it down to the 9-sync, son. All right, peace, yo. Stop looking on IMDb.
You were on CSI Miami,
but not with my wife. Yeah, don't act like
you didn't say that. You said with his wife.
Yeah, I know. I'll get to that too. I'll find that too. What was
No.
she was recently in a guest appearance by somebody?
No, my wife quit show business to have babies.
You tell me she hasn't been on TV in the last 5 years as a guest appearance on something.
Nothing. She left Las Vegas and never did a single
That was 5 years
frame
ago?
of television.
Oh, Jay Mohr. Oh, I beg to differ.
Like, you don't think he knows?
Please, please don't call me. This is becoming uncomfortable. Like, no, I saw your wife on that day. Wasn't your wife in Reservoir Dogs? Wasn't she Mr. White? What was Joe thinking? Turned it into a damn shooting gallery. Bam, bam. Who's gonna be okay?
Okay, how about this?
I got a quote for you. That's going to hurt the big Russian.
I don't know.
SNL.
Oh.
That's going to hurt the big Russian.
The all-steroid
when his
Olympics.
arms come off?
Yeah, there you go. There's
Phil
one.
Hartman, the steroided out guy?
Phil Hartman. Another one, man. Awesome.
Last chapter of my book is Phil Hartman and Chris Farley. We all sang as Wiedersehen Goodnight on the last sketch of my second and last season there. We all sang as Wiedersehen Goodnight, dun, dun, farewell, good night. And we all, one by one, would sing our little solo and leave the stage. When I wrote this in my book, I was crying so hard writing it at the memory of it. And then when I handed it in and we had to rewrite notes, I could only do it on the internet because if I read it aloud, when I was reading the audiobook, it took me 2 days to read that part because I kept crying.
Wow.
Because everybody read their part and would walk off stage. And for some reason, it came down to just Chris and Phil sitting on stage. And look how much he's hoping I cry.
I know. No.
Right up on YouTube, bro.
No. I'm just letting you tell your story.
It's Chris and Phil. And so long, and Chris sings, and as he's singing, he gets real sleepy. And he's the motivational speaker, and his character goes, "So long, farewell," and he puts his head on Phil's shoulder, and now it's just like a little tiny spotlight, and it's just Phil and Chris. And Phil goes, it was Phil's last thing, because he left the show. That was his last thing after like 13 years on the show. He goes, I can think of no classier way, and he cracks. He almost cries. He cries for like a second. He goes, I could think of no more classier way. And that was, he never cracked, bro. Like
he was solid
he
in
was
every
iron.
sketch.
You could never shake this guy. I feel like you have a van waiting for me.
He's giving him a look.
Like he's leaving, like he's too close to my personal space, dude. Jesus.
I'm a fan of Jay Mohr.
I know, but it's like, it's not a Bukkake video. Give me some.
It's not. I was looking for the
like a side
face plant.
And then Phil, Phil sings bye bye, bye bye, goodbye, and the frame closes on just Phil Hartman and Chris Farley's faces, and I just thought, like, I don't know, and I realized as I was writing it, no one's written this. No one's written that the poetic beauty of the last sketch of Phil Hartman was of the other guy that died. Those two together alone in that last sketch of that season, of Phil's last season.
Wow, that's tense. That's got me choked up.
And they would both die. It's like the last, second to last page. You can just go and look at the second to last page of the book.
Talk about Farley a lot. That must have been your guy on the show.
Most beautiful man that ever walked the earth. He's the sun.
I met him a few times, and I never believed any of the stuff that was going around about him, like, that he was using any drugs, because I thought
he never used.
I thought he was the nicest guy ever. Just totally.
No one ever said he was a jerk.
Right,
he just had
but
three demons: women, booze, and food. And he said to me, it's like 3 columns, and when I push 2 of them down, one of them goes through the roof.
Is your book the one where, because I've read so much about it, where he pooped out? No, he pooped out the 3rd floor or whatever of the. Was that
3rd floor?
One of those.
17th floor.
But that was in your book, right?
And the cops came up to my office because they thought he was a suicide jumper. Because me and Dave Attell paid him $100 to take a dump out the window. And he goes, "Give me the money first." We give him the money first, and he backs out the window at 30 Rock. It's 17 stories above the skating rink, and his dump falls inside the window. And he wipes with his hand and chases us across the office.
How is that not the most beautiful man of all time right there?
It was fascinating. Nothing we do for a laugh. Stand Up Live tonight at 8 o'clock. I do have to go. I don't feel well.
Yeah. StandUpLive.com.
He's freaking me out.
480-719-6100.
A rapper would interpret this as aggression.
I had New Kids on the Block try to beat me up because of a competition. No, it was what was the other one? Not Joey.
The other one.
The guy with the weird facial hair.
The other one.
Where it's all different angles. It doesn't
Johnny.
really come.
Danny Wood.
And why? Because you sat 5 inches from his face and stared at his ear as he spoke?
I stared at your ear.
Everyone else is just having a conversation. You're like, it's like...
I'm just a fan, Jay Mohr.
No, I respect it. I like it. And now that I know it, it's fine. But it is like your witness. Like you're just waiting for the judge to go cross.
No, you know what? I think you're a genius, dude. I think Last Comic Standing, dude.
Last
Comic Standing was such a great show. I don't know what's happened to it. You know, like the first 2 seasons was. I think when you left the show, it's when it changed big time.
Well, I left because it was going to change big time. I left because they were going to take the comics out of the house, and I said that's not the show.
But it was your creation, right?
Yes, and my creation was have them in the house where their personalities come out and they start crushing each other. Because some comics just don't make fun of each other. Mm-hmm. But I came up on the East Coast where we just annihilated each other. Brutal, savage beatdowns.
Which is funny.
But then you get like Gary Goldman or like a Dat Fan, like just these sweet guys, and they're like, they don't know what happened. Or you get like a Dave Mordahl who gets in the house and he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Mm-hmm. Like, great. Or like Ralphie May, a guy from Houston. Like you either play along or don't. So I thought that was great. The dynamic of everybody in the house was great. And then whenever they had to leave the house, I had to tap out.
Mm. All right, Jay, dude, thanks for coming in, man.
Come to my show tonight, meet and greet. I'm going to shake everybody's hand. We're going to take them pictures, get everybody pregnant. Kyle unfucked. We're going to get you fucked. You're going to get double fucked. You got my arm pregnant.
StandUpLive.com.
That's my ladies' wristbands.
StandUpLive.com, Jay Mohr.